Hello, beloveds. Hello, my powerful pussycats. Welcome. In this melody, you will. I am Franny Sheridan, and welcome to the trumpets blare. We can Zumba Shmoomba, thrumming, humming, stress busting for busy peeps. Plus, introducing my beautiful husband, best friend, executive producer, and now co-star of the Relationship Roundtable, which we're going to be launching today. Just a short intro. We're going vulnerable. We've been married for 18 years. We have something to say. And we're going to be going live every Wednesday, 12 noon, and then every Thursday, 12 noon as well. So Relationship Roundtable Wednesdays. Is this great music? Oh, woo, I co-created this music. Yeah, baby. So I'm just going to make sure that we are public on Facebook. I'll be right back. I'm going to say, hold on a second now. I'm just going to say, hi, Hannah. I love our community. We're going to be boogieing in a second. Yes. Woo! Now it's interesting. Are you dancing with me, Hannah? I have comments on. Bear with me, folks. I'm having so much fun, I don't even need to talk. Oh, there are birdies landing outside on the balcony. All right. Comments? Interesting. So bear with me, peeps. I'm getting used to my setup on the iPhone with StreamYard. All right, I changed echo cancellation on the phone, honey. Is that better? Does this sound better? Woo! I bet this sounds better. Let me go check my executive producer. I hope you're all booked with me. Comments are on. For some reason, I can't see them here, but I see them on my laptop. So you know I love you. Hang loose and keep focused. We reach for the stars. We answer the dream. Together we sparkle like a radiant eagle. Oh, the highs and lows. All right, we're figuring out the sound. I think I'm going to crank it just a little bit more. I love you all so much. We're figuring it out. Isn't that the story of life, Hannah, and everyone who's on? We're always figuring it out. So I'm just going to take a moment to say how much I love you all. What a joy this has been, the many years we've been partying together since lockdowns. And right now, we are doing ZUMBA, which is emotionally conscious Zumba, baby. All that is, if you're feeling cock-a-poo-poo, stressed out, you can't sleep in the middle of the night, put some earbuds on. Get out of your bedroom if you're there with your special other. Put some groovy music on. Ask your body where you're feeling tense. Move it around. Breathe into it and release it on silly sounds and movement. So let's say you're feeling, you're worried about something. Make a sound. Ah! And if you can't be loud because it's the middle of the night, just do these kinds of things that kids do. Or talking gibberish. You can't talk at all, just this. You know, kids do that. Or even just make movements with your body. Move it around. You don't want all dis-ease is lack of ease. Every physical issue has a stuck emotion. So move it around. And if you can get loud, baby. Yeah. Wherever it is, move it. Move it around. It's really good to get conscious of if you have pain in your body, if you have a neck, a sore neck, move it a little bit. Even just a little bit. Breathe into it. And send a golden light from your heart. And move it. Now, you get all your different kind of anger emotions in this area. That's why when we're angry, we have clenched jaws. And you're like, so get it out. Let yourself move. If you're mad, get it out of your body. If you're stuck in a pattern of being mad, we're going to discuss repatterning our childhood on Wednesdays when we have our Relationship Roundtable with Danny and Kylie. That'll be every Wednesday at 12 noon. But one way to reprogram so you're not stuck in this repetitive reactive energy is by getting conscious of where you hold in your body, right? And so anger is like, think about it. When you get angry, you get a clenched jaw. You're like, oh, how are you? Why did you do? How could you do that? Why did I do that? Damn. So you want to get it out. Let yourself get angry, but move it. Have fun with it. Laugh at yourself. If you can do this in front of a mirror, kind of exaggerated, kind of mock yourself, because everything is temporary. All emotions, everything. And everything is part of the creator. If we can kind of fall in love, even with our cookie emotions, and be a little bit playful, like, oh, you're angry. Let yourself stomp a little if you can, if it's not the middle of the night. Say anger. Be sort of exaggerating. Now, you'll find that you start to feel really good because all of your beautiful chemicals are moving around the body. Let's say you're feeling sad, so you can kind of do like lung yoga. Let yourself, even if you're crying or angry or annoyed for real, that's great too. Just move it around and be as playful with it as you can. So if it's sadness, when you cry, it's sort of like doing lung yoga. If it's the middle of the night, more like whispered. And you can make faces at yourself in the mirror, like Commedia dell'arte or Cirque du Soleil. Move it around. Move your shoulders. Get your whole body into it. Move your hips. If you're feeling lonely, it's more like a root chakra lower thing, or digestive issues. You're having problems digesting life. Move around, baby. You are the captain of your own body ship. Then breathe golden light in your heart. Trust your body. Trust the co-creator. Ask your heart where your body needs the energy. And breathe golden light into your heart. You do this for a little while, baby. Now, when we do ZUMBA in my workshops, we do specific movements. Because sometimes trapped energy, emotion is energy in motion, is trapped in our body. So if we kind of go through the body with ZUMBA and emotions and release and get real specific for a while, it moves around things, emotions, feelings, perceptions, old ideas. The body is amazing that we may not even know are there. By the way, my hair's soaking wet again. I just felt that. I love it. It's hot here in Florida. So, that, my friends, is ZUMBA. And I will have full-length videos out soon. But in the meantime, we do these bite-sized ZUMBA. We're going to do some drumming later on. I think it's just about time to bring on Danny McKiley. Put the fan on here in Hotsy Totsy, Florida. Is this music great? All of these stress management tips are fun and fast and empirically proven to work. Ooh, Danny McKiley, heard his name, and guess who's here? Danny McKiley! Woo! Woo-hoo! it is. It's my candy.
ZUMBA.
Shmooba.
ZUMBA.
We're shmoobing together.
Look at my wife. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Voila, this specimen. Now, I've been married to this handsome specimen for
400 incarnations and 20 years.
right, 420 incarnations to the pie and blueberry. And you know what? It has been a total joyride. And that doesn't mean we're not going to pretend. I'm going to turn the music down a little. We're not going to pretend that, no relationship is without its challenges and friction. That just doesn't exist, as you know, my beloveds, right? So what we're going to do on Wednesdays is a relationship roundtable where we get vulnerable. We both come from war zones, very different types. And we're going to share. And this, by the way, is not just for people who are romantically involved. Relationships, the most important relationship we have is with ourselves.
Right. You have to build it up. It doesn't just, you have to work on it all the time. Don't stop.
Consciousness.
Yeah.
But then, oh my gosh, we've been married for 18, like I said, together for 20 years. And today we'll share just like a tiny little.
We actually next month 18 years.
18 years. That's right. 18 years, July 17th at 5 p.m.
Yes.
It's really. When we remember the moon was coming out. It was beautiful. We were married on the ocean in Highland Beach, Florida.
And we go every year at the same date. We go over there and celebrate with the cake.
Right on the ocean.
The same cake we had in our wedding. They still serve that cake.
Yeah, see, they don't. It's not moldy or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like they serve it on the menu just in case. I just want to make sure.
To keep
Too
it
much
aside,
bleach.
kept this last for 20 years.
So what we're going to share today
is
is just a small taste of. I thought it'd be fun just to show you because you have to deal with a lot of people do not like to handle any kind of friction. And friction is a normal part of a business relationship, any kind of relationship whatsoever, right?
Yes.
So we have a couple of tricks we developed so that it's more fun. Because mostly people come and they want to tell you what's wrong with you. They're like, you know what, we have to talk. Right? We have to talk. Though you're like, wow, I can hardly wait. This is gonna make my day, right? So a couple little tricks we came up with are one thing we do, for example, is we always use terms of endearment.
Right, like honey, sweetheart.
Right. Danny calls me honey or sweetheart or honey bunny. I really like bunny. I like or your highness, which is fine.
Yeah.
But and I call him Motek, which is in Hebrew, and he's
Sweetheart.
And sweetheart, but and so those things help to take the edge off because it makes the other person feel that they are not being attacked because we all have had our pasts with our, feeling attacked.
But we also treat our relationship like we're still dating.
Yes, that too. Yes. I'm glad you threw that in. We try to, so we're really trying
Before we go out to dinner, I ask her, you want to come out to dinner?
I'm not really sure what that means, but would you like to have? Would you like to join? Oh, I see what you're saying. So yeah, so we make it like we're kind of a fresh couple. And what Danny I think was trying to say is before we go to dinner, he says, "Honey, would you like to join me for dinner tonight?" As if we're not really living together. But we really do that because think about it when
keep the romance alive.
Yes, and when you're dating somebody, you're not sure that they're gonna choose you, right? So it's that feeling like, what can I do to not win them, but sort of win them, right? Like, how can I show them my best side? Because we can all show each other our shit sides, and it doesn't mean we're lying.
Right.
So how can I be more charming to this person? So I want to go back to the friction of conversations. So yes, one, we use endearments, but another thing there are two other things I learned. One is what we do before we talk about, let's say we're talking about, I didn't like the way he cleaned the frying pan. I don't know. Just some random idea. It actually doesn't happen, but let's say I don't like the way he cleans the frying pan. So instead of going, we have to talk, or you know what, honey, something you're doing is really bugging me. We'll start with, I'll say Motek or sweetie,
Nice.
and I'll say
diffuse the stink, and
yeah, and I'll say can we have a little chat about something? interesting, because if we make it more interesting and curious, this is the only way your relationship will expand, whether with yourself, is if you're curious about so-called problems. That's what we came here for. That's why we're in our body. We're in a state of non-physical. It's why we incarnated, because we want to expand. The only way to expand is to have some level of contrast. So we have something interesting to talk about, honey, or Motec, or he'll say to me, honey bunny.
Honey bunny.
And then we'll start with, we go, okay, so 10 times we'll say, because you want to get rid of the tension around it. So 10 times, we learned this, I learned this from studying some various therapists. 10 times we'll say yes, and 10 times we'll say no, which diffuses the energy, and then it's more interesting. Watch, it doesn't make sense until we do it. So what we'll look at each other. Let's say I'm bringing up Danny, like about his frying pan issue, which isn't. But I would say, honey, sweetheart, let's talk about something interesting, and then we'll both go, yes, 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 10 times. And then we'll look at each other and say 10 times, no, 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 no. But really, no, Danny isn't really doing it with oomph. We need to actually do it with oomph. Otherwise, just say no, 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 isn't it? No. Because what it is all of us want to be right. Come on, you do. So it's more like going, yes, we're right. Yes, 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 no. 10 times yes. Okay, just kidding. Okay, 10 times, and then no, like you're wrong type of no. Okay, so let's do 10 more times yes. Yes, 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 I'm right. Yes, 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 yes. Then 10 times, no, you're wrong. No, 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 no. Slow it down, slow it down. No, 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 no. So then it gets it out.
Diffuse it,
right? And it's better to start with no and then go to yes, right? Because you're more in the yes, yes. Let's have some fun with it. That way you're neutralizing. Right, you're diffusing, you're neutralizing the energy. So then when you start to say, Danny, sweetheart, it's really interesting, but you always leave your frying pan dirty.
Yes.
And it's more silly.
Yes. It takes the sting out of the
some of the energy out of it. So it's neutral. It's more like, oh, this is interesting. Because if we start to find the patterns that we all have, most of it is learned from childhood or whatever, old relationships. If we start to find it interesting, realize there's nothing wrong with us. It's neutral. It just is. And let's be honest, when you live with someone and you live with yourself, even whether you're having a business relationship with someone, there's always compromise.
Yes.
So instead of taking it like an indictment, which it isn't, it's more like, oh, it's a pattern. So let's find a happy medium or a way to do this. Another thing you can do besides saying no, 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 yes, 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 which is really, really good. But start with the 10 no's, but don't just go no, 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 no. You want to go no, like I'm right, no, right? And yes, I am right. Right, and then you get it out of your system. You realize how silly it is. Yes. Another thing, instead of doing that, you can do before you have a discussion, which may feel like a little bit of friction, where there's a difference of opinion or you need to bring something up, whether it's around a frying pan,
it's the mood.
Whether it's around a frying pan or money or sex or whatever. Another great thing you can do, besides saying no, no, no 10 times or yes, yes, yes 10 times, you can focus on one thing you really like about the person. That's even silly. Like if you're really pissed at them, find something totally innocuous, like I do in my broadcast, such as, you have the most gorgeous nostrils. And I love your nostril hair, because it's silly. Or, he can say to me something about my
toenails.
Oh, I love the way your little toenail, like something goofy, because if you can bring it to the level of the ridiculous, just a little sprinkle of the ridiculous, then what can happen is we are much more engaged in wanting to know. So it takes some practice. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we don't have friction. We can ease the conversation and start it on like nice notes. Even
sorry, sweetie pie.
Instead of complaining about
I just hit him in the head.
Right. Instead of complaining about how she hit me in the head, you just nice. You take it nice.
Yeah, we could show you the example, but I think it's pretty redundant. Yes. What it is practicing and realizing that it's the only way to have growth and on authenticity in a relationship.
Growing together.
Otherwise, you have superficial relationships where people grow apart,
Yeah.
or you have relationships where everything becomes World War III,
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous. And you know that the biggest industry is the divorce industry.
Yeah.
You know, and really, there's a reason for it because people do not know how
To communicate.
how to and to handle
Yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
Arguments don't have to be arguments; they
Yeah.
can be interests. They can be of interest. If we
changing the opinion of each other, you know.
well, the wanting to be rightitis.
Yes, want to be right.
Like I want to be right now. But you know what I mean? And so that's one thing. We're going to go deep, though, in our relationships. Over here, honey, not over there. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're...
I looked over there because the bear just pooped on the railing. I said,
Right, but they
we
don't...
have bears
If
coming.
you could see the bird pooping, you would find it really fascinating. But
Today we have
since you
bears
have
coming.
no idea, I'm
Yeah,
wanting
for
Danny to
the-
engage. Anyway, anywho. But we're not gonna, obviously, we're gonna go deep because we both come from war zones. I come from, I'm a child of survivors, and the war really never ended in my home. My beautiful parents. I'm not gonna go deep into the story, but just because we come from that tension, many of us come from, parents who were alcoholics, and what, wasn't our situation, but different things like that where there was this unresolved tension. And when you come from that, it is easier to go back. It is like your default setting to have that energy. And we have risen above it, but because, we are all here to learn from what is a soulmate?
Yeah.
It is somebody who has sort of a opposite or a matching wound or something like that, a different, but one that's going to trigger you and you're going to trigger them.
Right.
And that's what we're here for.
Right.
So we're not
Learn from each other.
Yes, and we don't have a perfect marriage. Nobody does. Nobody has a perfect marriage. Nobody has a perfect relationship. Nobody has a perfect anything life, but it's perfectly imperfect because
But for us, it's perfect.
yeah,
Yes.
but the best part is we've learned how to have more fun with friction.
Yes.
And it's the only, and we've expanded so freaking much.
The way we see it, also, every friction is a chance for us to grow.
That's it. There's no other way.
Because if we don't finish that friction, we're just going back and back.
Yes,
and
you're on repeat.
Right.
Like one of those old records, the groove that's in your brain, which most of us have. And so many people are terrified of friction. This is not just for romantic relationships. Our relationship roundtable that we're going to be doing Wednesdays at 12 noon.
Yes.
But it is for anyone who has a relationship with themselves, which kind of is any person that we know, business relationships or whatever. And the fear of friction is often what stops businesses from expanding and becoming better. And they go
slow our life.
The reason that so many relationships fail, and the reason that we don't look at the issues with ourselves, and it can be fun. It's like, oh yeah, that I was doing that. Like, and you can even playfully call yourself just a little bit of I'm a very nice nincompoop. But you know what I mean? Play wherever you can, add humor.
Yes.
So let's leave it for now. Next Wednesday at noon, we're gonna start out with doing a little dance.
Wednesday with Danny and Franny.
Yes, and we're gonna dance. Look how cute this man is. We're gonna dance a little bit, and then we're gonna sit down and do relationship roundtable. We're gonna take some questions. If you have questions for us now,
and gonna dance a little bit.
If you have, yeah, we're gonna dance. Oh, these how cute. We're gonna dance a little bit, but we're gonna take questions. So if you have questions, either for me, for my Thursday live streams at 12 noon, where we schmoomba and from, or for our relationship roundtables and things about our relationship or advice that you want for your own that we can give you. And this is just a podcast. This is just a live stream. This is, we're not giving any legal advice, right? So don't hold us accountable, kids. This is just from our life experience.
You're gonna email. I listened to you and look what's happened.
Look what happened. He wanted to kill me. He left me. Okay, no, none of that. Listen, and but what I want to say is we don't have to use your name. So you can write in and just say, don't use my name.
Right.
But here's the situation. You can be totally anonymous. I've done this before. I do this with my clients for 30 years. And, it's just, listen, everybody learns by experience. And we happen to have 18 years of marriage between us, 20 years together. So we thought it was time.
And
It's really
300 incarnation before that.
300 million, but, he lost count. Who could blame him? So we love you so much. I'm excited about doing this with Danny. I've wanted to do this for a long time with Danny. And it's the
Yes,
right
she did.
time.
She wanted to.
It's the right time, It's just the right time. So we love you. And now we're going to go back to some frumming. And we're going on vacation tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, to Melbourne, Florida with the dolphins, staying on the ocean. I mean, we're here on the Intercoastal Waterway. Our life does not suck for sure. And
we have an appointment with the dolphins.
yes, but we're wateraholics.
Yes.
And we're going to be with the dolphins in Melbourne, Florida, which is about an hour and a half from where we live here. We love it. It's old Florida.
Right.
So we'll be back next week. The first thing will be Wednesday at noon, Relationship Roundtable. We're gonna have guests occasionally, but we're gonna share some of our challenges because we all have them, and mostly focus on our solutions, baby.
Yes.
And we're working on improving the sound here because we haven't quite nailed the music. This is new with StreamYard, but we're live on YouTube on my Franny Sheridan channel.
Yes.
Stress busting.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. And so this is all about practical, easy, stress busting for busy people. Let's say goodbye to Danny until Wednesday at noon. And you can text me any of your information.
I see you on Wednesday.
So I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
I see you on Wednesday. I'll be back in
I
Wednesday.
love you. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Sweetheart, can you pass me a sip of water right here? All right. And you can crank the music. We're going to schmoomba a little. All right. Yeah, and by the way, for whatever reason, I'm trying to see, I have comments on, but for some reason, the comments aren't showing here. But afterwards, I always read all the comments, so you better have nice ones. And I will respond to all of them. So, Shmoomba, you got down. You know how to do it. You're going to move around with silliness. A lot of people have told me I give them permission not to care what other people think of them. And that, my friend, is my joy. So, remember my Three Stooges, or the Three Stooges? Let's keep cranking. Let's move together. Move together. Come on, kids. Do you feel any tension in your body? Move it a little. And make a sound. Right. Usually it's a little bit of anger, stress, congestion, emotional congestion up here. Stomp around. Exaggerated noise. Ha! Put over there. Put over there. Get it out of your body. If you're having a hard time digesting something somebody said or digesting life, move those hips. Move the root chakra. Something you're feeling a little bit sad around, do a little lung yoga. Exaggerated sounds. Move your shoulders. Now, breathe in deeply to your heart, golden light, and ask it where you need to relocate that energy. Here we go. Ask it, where do I need to relocate that stuck energy? Your body knows, trust it, and exhale into your heart, golden light. One more, breathe in. And exhale, golden light into your heart, silently asking it to relocate the energy where your body needs it. And one more time. Breathe in golden light into your heart. And let's thank our heart for beating for us all those years without a salary. Exhale golden light into your heart, asking you to move that energy exactly where your cells that are listening to you need it. All right, babes. Now we're going to do a little Franny. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Franny. Nitric oxide humming. Heart center with breath holds is, I tell you, the strongest, fastest nervous system busting technique. And it works like this if you are road ragey in traffic. See how I made that sound cute, road ragey? I'm going to turn this down a bit. If you can't sleep, you're feeling stressed out. Before a meeting, really, really easy. All you do, gloves, shoulders down. You ready? We're going to do this together. This actually activates, science-backed, 50 to 24 times more nitric oxide, baby, than regular nose inhalations or exhalations. Melatonin, your pineal gland, DMT, and of course the vagus nerve. Yeah. Shoulders down. We don't want to activate the fight or flight. We're going to do this together. You ready? You ready? You ready? Ready? Here we go. Breathing in deeply from your belly, through your nose. Let's go. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And exhale. Lips pressed together gently, humming on the word home. So you're exhaling on the word home, not ohm, and not yummy, because it has more velocity, home, and you indeed, my beloveds, are going home to the love that you are. My hair is still wet, but it's drying. Here in Florida in the summer, it feels so good. We're going to do this 2 more times, and I want you to send extra love to anyone who needs it now. We have Darshan, Gabrielle, Shanti. We have my cousin Nina, whose mama just passed on. We have my darling Danny, whose mama passed on now about a week and a half, 3 weeks ago. My brother, my eldest brother, Peter, who has, nobody's passed on. They're non-physical. You know what I'm saying. My eldest brother, Peter, is recently relocated, shall we say. All right. Anyone who might need extra love, and if that's you, babes, my powerful pussycat, that's perfect. So let's do that. We're going to do a from, and when we exhale for as long as possible on the word home, because you're indeed coming home to the love that you are, we're going to think about sending golden light to the hearts of those who need it, whether it's you or someone else. And when you think with love towards someone else, it comes back to you at least 10 times over. Here we go. Ready? Together, shoulders down, breathing in deeply from your belly through your nose. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale on the word home for as long as you can. You can. Golden light into the hearts of those you want to send it to, whether it's yourself or another. Home. I like to use my hands up like that. Not necessary, but I think it's a helpful consciousness raiser to send it out. We're going to do one more. Yeah, babes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. And next week, I may connect the music inside this interface to see if it works better. We'll do a rehearsal. But bear with us as we grow on this channel. See, here we go. Your comments mean the world to me. And to Danny, we love you so much. We're all in the unified field of love. All right, last one. And we're going to send golden light this time to your heart. You send it to my heart. Let's send it to all of our hundreds and thousands of people all over the world that end up watching the replays on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, loving you so much. All right, here we go. So breathing in deeply and loving you on Facebook, loving you on Facebook, and loving the Galactic Federation, loving you in every country all across the world, in every part of this cosmos and every other one. Okay, I think I've addressed everyone. Should I just get on with it? I think so. Make sure you hydrate. Let's have a big sip of 100% proof vodka. I'm just kidding. Water. Good water. Let's go. All right. We're going to do one more. All right. Last rumble for the day. Ready? Shoulders down, my beloved, powerful pussy cats. You can't sleep? Ooh, baby. This is a good one. Thrumming. Let's go. You're stressed out before going to a meeting? Sit in the car. Go to the bathroom. Lock yourself in a stall. Here we go. Breathing in deeply from our belly, shoulders down. Through the nose. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale, humming as long as you can. Lips pressed together, humming on the word. Hum. I love you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to share. We're only in our meat suits, our meat tuxedos, these beautiful, imperfectly perfect bodies for so long. It is such a gift to allow what comes through me, not from me, through me, to you, and for so many years. I love all the texts I get in the videos. I often get videos that people want me to keep private, which I do. They're often dancing the shmoomba with children and that kind of thing. And again, if you have any questions for our relationship roundtable, text me now. If you want to remain anonymous, amumu. That's the thing. Be silly, be playful. There's no perfection. Imperfectly perfect. If you screw up a word, if you screw up something you're doing, be playful. People appreciate it. If you don't take yourself too seriously, gives them permission. Gives them permission. None of us are perfect. Our relationships aren't perfect, but we can remember everything, even the caca-poo-poo that occurs in the world and to us is for us. And it's all part of the Creator. So if you continue to hold on to low frequencies like anger and blame and shame and guilt and fear, you are projecting those feelings to the Creator. And we are all co-creators, beloveds. So think about that. You don't want to blame your co-creator for stuff. If you can find a way, you don't have to know how. Just be thankful for everything that you generate, because you've generated it. I've generated it. We can turn anything around. Look at, oh my gosh, Nick Vujicic, who has no arms and legs, born that way. One of the most hot, popular speakers in Australia. Married to a, as they call it, able-bodied woman, has children. Just a light, you know? So I love you so much. Doesn't mean you don't grieve, you don't go through your stuff, but you'll catch yourself much quicker and realize you do not have to dump on anyone. You know, you don't have to hurt yourself by proxy. And we can actually start saying thank you, even for cock-a-poo-poo, much quicker, and transform low frequency to high frequency. Well, I think I've said a mouthful. So interesting that I can't see the comments here. We'll figure that out. I love you all so much. Thank you for playing, my powerful pussy cats. We'll see you Wednesday at 12 noon. All right. Bye. See ya.